The Sega Master System was released in North America in 1986 as a direct competitor to the Nintendo Entertainment System. It saw a ton of awesome games for the system, and today we are looking at Sega Master System Run and Guns. These games have plenty of action, tons of bullets, enemies everywhere, and a little bit of platforming. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, or if you just haven't yet, make sure you hit that sub button to watch plenty of Sega Master System content that features plenty of countdowns. Grab your favorite weapon and maybe a buddy, because we're looking at all of the Sega Master System Run and Guns. The Ninja. Gyokuru, an evil emperor, has gained power, and his oppressive rule has caused great hardship to the people, and the princess who opposed him was confined to a dungeon somewhere in his castle. You play as Kazumuru, a great warrior who challenges the clan to fight in order to rescue the princess. However, he can't rescue the princess unless he finds the 5 scrolls in 13 areas of Okami. On his quest, he must defeat various ninjas that include fire-blowing ninjas, slashing ninjas, and footloose ninjas. You'll explore grassy fields, shrines, riverbanks, towns, and the castle itself. I've played this game a few times, but honestly, I'm not too good at it. I tend to die pretty early on during my playthroughs. This is a difficult game, but if you've beaten it, let me know. Rambo First Blood Part 2. I know, it's called Secret Command in Europe, but in North America, this is Rambo First Blood Part 2. This vertical scrolling shooter features Rambo and his buddy Zane, who are charging away and blasting through various levels and rescuing hostages. Of course, it won't be easy. Soldiers, tanks, and other enemies will do everything they can to stop you from saving the day. You better be careful though, because a single hit will kill you. As I previously mentioned, this game is a rebranding of Secret Commando. I don't know, maybe they didn't think that this game would sell well in North America if it didn't have a celebrity attached to it. I've heard wonderful things about this game, especially from my pal Corey from My Life in Gaming, who he had this featured in his 10 must-own Master System games that we did together. So, if he says it's good, it must be. Quartet. Another game that was featured in our 10 must-own Master System games was Quartet, and guess what? I've actually beaten this game, so I'll share my own personal thoughts. There are 6 stages in Quartet, each with unique enemies and bosses. Mary, who you play as, can take multiple hits. She can probably take about 5 hits before turning into dust, which makes this game a little bit forgiving. To find the boss, it's crucial to find your jetpack. The jetpack makes traversing the level 10 times easier as you hover around instead of jumping from platform to platform. The bosses in Quartet are pretty challenging. Some have patterns and some don't. Fire eagles, jumping lizards, and a dragon that acts like a wacky inflatable arm man that spits fire makes up a few of the bosses that you'll face. Once defeated, the bosses will drop keys that will take you to the exit. It's simple and it's fun. Now, after beating the last stage, you are treated to one of the most unique cutscenes on the Master System. You'll be finding the Queen's casket, which looks like she's in a giant slime box. Now, spoiler here, the Queen is naked and she looks stacked, if you get my drift. Nice. I'd go rescue her too. It's such a goofy ending, but I'm glad they included the cutscene as a reward to the player for their successful mission. Quartet also features a wonderful soundtrack. This is a game that you guys definitely need to try out. Alien Syndrome. Alien Syndrome is based on the arcade version of the game with the same name. However, some distinct changes have been made. The level layouts have been changed, and the game now features a flip screen instead of scrolling, which causes the enemies to always appear in the same location when entering a new location. The game is also now littered with hazardous tiles. If you step on them, it will kill the player. These tiles will also fire the occasional shot that needs to be avoided. The tiles can only temporarily be disabled by shooting them. Unlike the arcade version, the first player is always Ricky and the second player is always Mary, and the players can take turns instead of being able to co-op it. Time Soldiers. This game was featured on my hidden gems list, and boy, it is a blast. I highly encourage all of you to play this game, especially with a friend on the couch. Time Soldiers is a very fun game. You are a time soldier who is asked to rescue 5 warriors from different time periods. You'll be in the Primitive Age, the Age of Rome, the World Wars, and the Future World. Each of them is guarded by one of Gleeland's henchmen, but to get to them, you must fight off other enemies that are specific to each time era. Some of these enemies will drop weapons that you can pick up and use, and at the end of these levels, you'll be using several teleports that are scattered in each time era to travel to another. I always enjoyed the time traveling aspect of this game, and the enemies are pretty cool. Give this one a shot. E-Swat. Crime is getting out of control in Liberty City, and to combat the problem, the LCPD establishes a new unit called E-Swat. Police officers who are promoted to this unit wear a cyber suit that contains state-of-the-art military equipment, including 2 turbo booster thrusters, extra ammo, and increased protection. In order to become a E-Swat member, all a dedicated police officer has to do is arrest enough criminal masterminds to progress through the ranks. Gameplay is a horizontal scrolling side shooter where you must make your way from left to right to defeat the mastermind. I have heard almost no one talk about this game before, so I don't really have a lot of personal insight on it or insight from any of my friends. So I need you, the viewer, to let me know how this game is. Is this one any good? I don't know. Alien 3. Certain liberties were taken from the original movie due to the gameplay. The movie had little to no gunfights in it, and it only had one alien. It's been rumored that this game was completed before the movie was actually released, as it has a completely different ending than the movie. Ripley has an energy meter which depletes as she takes damage from aliens, hazards, or long falls. She also momentarily is stunned after taking damage, costing time. There are facehuggers and they will jump on Ripley, sap her of energy, and stun her. The Master System version has a 2-player mode, however, it's not simultaneously 2-player play. It is turn-based, so player 2 starts after player 1 dies. Mercs. You are an anti-terrorism soldier and must rescue a former president from a Central African revolutionary gang. I feel like this game could never be made today. You run through each of the 8 levels, which primarily scroll horizontally, shooting everyone before they shoot you. At times, you'll have to shoot trees and other scenery to progress. Finding strategic placings is important, especially as you cannot shoot while on the water. Most of the time you're on foot, but at times you can hijack vehicles of your fallen enemies. There's improved weapons, smart bombs, and energy recharges to collect. Each of the 8 levels ends with a large vehicle requiring multiple shots to destroy. And finally, we have Robocop vs. the Terminator. Many enemies stand in Robocop's way and must be destroyed via 8 different weapons. Robocop begins the game with only a basic pistol, but other weapons can be found. While all guns have unlimited ammo, only 2 can be carried at the same time, and being killed means that the current weapon that's equipped is lost. The game is evenly split between present and future levels. Enemies in present Detroit include mostly street punks and other criminal elements, while the future is of course populated by the deadly machines. The future is packed with Terminators, robotic dogs, spiders, and many automated guns. Each level ends with a boss battle featuring Terminators, heavy tanks, and Robocop's famous adversaries ED-209 and Kane. I hope I never have to face off against the famous adversary ED-209. So there you have it, run and gun games on the Sega Master System. Some of these I've played. I love Quartet and I love Time Soldiers. But I want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite run and gun game on the Master System, or which ones do you want to play now? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to watch plenty of Sega Master System content. Thanks for watching.